Hi, I am so glad you're watching. My name is Hopi Chirza and I am here for your proverb of the week. So just in case you are new here and you haven't watched my previous videos, I am revisiting some of the wisdom that was left behind by our forefathers, particularly looking at the proverbs and sayings in my native language from my ancestral background. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you can stay with me to the end of this video. So this week's proverb or saying says Oyehanga omuhango ahendeka. Oyehanga omuhango ahendeka. The word Oyehanga comes from the verb okwehanga. Now in English, okwehanga can mean trying to measure up to something, or trying to challenge, or trying to compete against. And the word omuhango, it's a noun and it means a big person. Now a big person can be in terms of physical strength, somebody who is stronger than you. It can also be in terms of finances, somebody who is financially big, or somebody who is rich or has money or has wealth. It can also be in terms of power, somebody who is more powerful, or somebody who is superior. And then the word ahendeka comes from the verb ahendeka, which means to break. So putting together all this, we can loosely translate it as, if you try to measure up to somebody who is bigger than you, you will break. Oh yes. If you try to challenge somebody who is bigger than you, you will break. Or if you try to compete against somebody who is bigger than you, you will break. Yes, that is the closest translation that I could get. Like I always say, a particular proverb or saying can have more than one interpretations depending on the context. But for me, this proverb Oyehanga omuhango ahendeka is simply trying to warn us or to alert us about the trouble that comes with trying to measure up to the standards of somebody who is bigger than you. In our modern civilized world, some people emerge as icons, as influencers, as trendsetters, or even as, powerful people in different areas. And those people tend to set certain standards. So people try so hard to live, to measure up to those standards and go by popular opinions. And we forget our levels, we forget our means, because those who set those standards, sometimes the bar can be set so high, way beyond your level, way beyond your means, and it becomes challenging. So it can be frustrating, it can be misleading, it can be disappointing when you try that. So to be able to measure up to those standards, or to keep up with the trends, or to be able to really keep up with those set standards, people involve themselves in huge risks. We see people modifying their bodies. We see people immersing themselves in huge bank loans to be able to keep up with the expensive lifestyles and luxurious lifestyles that are hard to maintain or even to sustain. And when people attempt this, they end up being disappointed, they fail, they get heartbroken, they get frustrated, and really in defeat, just because they tried to measure up to the standards that they were set. They didn't acknowledge the fact that the other ones they were trying to compete with or to challenge had better means. They probably had more money, or they could sustain those lifestyles, but you couldn't. So we see people getting bitter, we see people getting jealous and envious of those who are doing well. We even see people committing suicide just because they feel they have been defeated. So what is the lesson that we can learn from this? For me, the lesson that I learned from this proverb, Oyehanga, omuhango, ahendeka, is to be able to establish your personal identity. Knowing yourself, knowing your level, knowing your limits, knowing your means, and trying to live within your means. Knowing that you can set your own standards. Your standards do not have to conform to those standards that have been set by somebody who is living a different life than yours. Who are you? What is your level? What are your means? Establish your personal identity, know your level, know your means, set goals that are realistic to you and go for those. Get off the bandwagon and establish your personal identity. You do not need to look to other people or to anyone to establish your identity. You know the resources you have, and you can actually as well set your own standards that are personal to you, so that you do not try to measure up to the standards of other people who are different from you, who have probably better means than you do. You know your level, you know your means, you know what you can do, you know your resources, so you do not have to look to certain people to be able to establish your identity. Life is not a competition. Well, that is what I learned from this proverb, Oyehanga, omuhango, ahendeka. What are your thoughts? Tell me what you think, and let's share wisdom. Let's grow together in wisdom. I have to sign out for now. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel and like this video. That is my request for support. Please support me by subscribing to this channel and also liking this video. And you can also share it with your friends and family so that we get to share the wisdom, because that is what it's about. Life is about sharing, and sharing is caring. So bye for now. I'll see you next week again on the same channel. Look out for our new proverb next week, and let's keep this going. Thank you so much. May God bless you. You take care of yourself. Bye.